Relax, my viewers. Welcome to Super T Sage Advice. Something's on my mind. Something's on my mind. Are you ready for me to express it? This is a tree next to my home. Isn't that beautiful? It's just as orange as it can be. It's gorgeous. And the trees are changing, my people. Trees where I am are completely orange, and they are gorgeous. Change is not easy. Change is inevitable, and change is hard. But if you look at it from a positive aspect, so these gorgeous orange leaves on the ground while I'm out walking. If you look at it from a positive aspect, change is healthy. It's going to force you to get rid of what you don't need, who you don't need, right? And it's going to force you to focus on only what you do need. Everything else has to go. Let's go, my people. Let's go to the water. Let's go to the water. Change is good. It allows you to get rid of the things that have been stagnant, holding you back, maybe even stressing you out, keeping you in a, what I'd like to call a fallen state, right? It's the lake by my home. So, you see the lake is quiet today. It's an overcast day. I absolutely love that weeping willow tree. I love that tree. It's just a quiet day, overcast. Let's go to the lake, my people. Take a little quiet walk by the water. So, it is absolutely time to make some changes that maybe you didn't want to make. Maybe you didn't want to bring up to yourself. Maybe you didn't want to address it. Maybe you pushed it back in your subconscious. Right? The high priestess represents the subconscious. I like to read the tarot card as the high priestess is the conscience, and the moon is the subconscious, because the moon represents the things you don't know. And the high priestess represents the things you do know. So she's more of the conscience, and the moon is more of the subconscious. Okay? All the duck poop, my people. Anyway, it is really time to tap into, pull up, allow the subconscious to bring forth that which you have avoided. Allow it to bring forth that which you have avoided. That which you do not want to address. That tree's pretty, isn't it? That which you do not want to address, and that which you don't want to change. I always tell my son, do the thing you're afraid to do and don't get comfortable. I always tell him that. So, sorry guys, ignore all the litter. There's a little litter there in this lake. I guess people come back here and have their little snacks, unfortunately. And the water's receded a little bit. The ducks actually moved on to a different side. Yeah. So anyway, it's absolutely time for you to do the thing that you're supposed to do. Maybe the thing you really don't want to do, or the thing you're afraid to do. It's time. We're at the end of the year, my people. That thing you've been putting off, avoiding, whether it's to leave that job, you're supposed to leave that job. Didn't say it was going to be easy. Didn't say the other job was going to be super easy and perfect. It's time for you to leave it. Why? Because it's time for you to do the Page of Pentacles. It's time for you to learn something new. It's time for you to use your real talents and gifts, the things that you came here to do. You're still not doing the thing you came here to do. You're still not doing the thing you came here to do, right? We're all just taking whatever job we can get our hands on, and that's understandable. That's the matrix. That is the matrix, my viewers. Let's walk up, my people. That's the matrix. So now that the matrix is being turned up on his head, as you all can see. Now that the matrix is finally being turned up on his head, you guys see it. Everybody say the matrix is falling. The matrix is falling. They're right. It's falling. It's collapsing. Society, the so-called norms, what we've been told to accept is collapsing. Are you guys getting it? It's collapsing. Okay? It's collapsing. Okay? It's falling. You know why? Because it was meant to fall. We were never supposed to be stuck in this matrix to begin with. It has robbed people of their purpose, of their gifts, their talents, their dreams, their energy. Isn't sometimes your job draining? After you go to work and you get your check, you pay all your bills, there's nothing left. Guess what? You got to get up and do it all again next week. Ooh. You got to get up and do it all again next week. And you're like, oh, God. Now, misery, drudgery, stress, reluctance, that is your intuition speaking to you and saying to you, we don't want to do this. Why are we doing this? We hate it. You hate it. I hate it. We hate it. Do we have to do this another day? You can't live in that energy forever. Some of us have been forced to live in that energy because, again, we're part of this world, we're part of this matrix, we're part of this society, so we have to do what society tells us to do. But here's the thing. There comes a time when even the universe has a breaking point. You see how that weather has been manipulated for so long? That white feather. Sorry for the duck poop. You see it's all over. Society has manipulated the weather for so long. Look how the weather is now. Look how the weather is now. You see how the weather is switching up? The weather is doing what? It's taking control. The weather's taking control. The weather said, this is not, this is not how I roll. This is how you want me to roll. So now we've got global warming, and they give excessive heat warnings and all these things they're talking about because you're trying to make the matrix is trying to make the universe, which is way bigger, way smarter, way more knowledgeable, way more vast. It's trying to make the universe bend to its will. Now, we can bend the universe to our will, but it has to be like, a positive action. It has to be a positive energy, right? When you bend the universe, because there's karma. We all know about karma. You can bend the universe to your will. But remember, if you're going to bend the universe to your will, make sure it's a positive. If you're going to bend the universe to your will, make sure it's positive. Make sure that you're making a positive change, a healthy change. Make sure you're walking in, your God-given talents, right? God honors those things, right? He honors your requests that are, are good. What the Bible says, whatsoever is of a good report, think on those things. Okay? Don't dwell and focus on the negative. Even, if you're a Bible-believing person, a Christian, don't dwell on the negative things. Okay? Don't do that. Don't do negative things. Even the Bible tells you, don't do that. Whatsoever is of a good report, that's what I want you to focus on. Okay? Don't put your energy towards anything negative. And because we've tried to, not we, but, the elite or above or whatever you want to call them, have tried to manipulate things in a way that's not so positive, the universe is pushing back, saying, I'm not honoring that. Are you guys getting this? Universe said, nope, not honoring that. What happens? All these disasters, weather changes, weird, strange weather patterns, unseasonable changes, all these odd, strange occurrences. Like, wait a minute, what's going on here? This is odd. No, it's not odd. It's the universe pushing back. It's the universe pushing back. The universe said, I'm not honoring this. I'm not going to honor that. Sorry. I'm not honoring that. It's just not telling you in a verbal way. It's telling you in the physical way. I will not honor this request. I don't like what you're doing to my environment. I don't like what you're doing to my people. I don't like what you're doing to the atmosphere. I don't like it. So, karma says, I like all the white feathers. Don't you guys like the white feathers? I just love them. Karma says, it's like angels are like stepping before me. All the white feathers in front of me, the angels are like walking in front of me. So karma says, nope. Nope. Let's look at this tree, my people. Let's look at this tree. This big weeping willow. She's losing her leaves, as you can see. And she's about to go into hibernation. She's going to go into her get rid of all those leaves and go into her hibernation status. She says, listen, I look terrible right now. Not terrible, but all of my beautiful leaves are shedding off of me. They're dropping off of me. She says, I got to shed off the old and I'm going to go into a hibernation. And then in the summer, I'll be back, right? Big and bold and beautiful. She even understands. Nature understands that you have to shed off the negative. Nature understands that you have to purge. Nature understands that you have to purify, purge, cleanse. Nature understands that change must occur. Nature understands nature. Nature says, listen, we have to go through a process. We have to continue to shed every year, purge every year, cleanse every year, restore every year. I think you guys understand what I'm talking about. Let's move forward. Don't you guys just love those? Like little pines? Little pine cones. I'm trying not to get too much of the duck poop because it's literally everywhere. You guys are probably seeing duck poop every other step. Sorry guys, I'm back in the sort of wilderness part of my home. So anyway, nature says, let's go through here. Let's go through here. Nature says, I'm not honoring this. I understand that you are changing my environment. You're doing too many things I don't like, and I'm not honoring that. And not only am I not going to honor it, not only am I not going to honor it, I'm going to turn it up on its head, which includes freeing my people. Okay, that includes freeing my people. My people, listen, my people, you may not feel free. It's like in the Bible, the children of Israel, who when they were released from Egypt, they didn't have to work for Pharaoh anymore. Remember when they went through the desert? They went through the wilderness with Moses. Just love these white feathers everywhere. When they went through the wilderness with Moses, they got pissed and they complained and murmured. You guys remember that? They were angry with God. That is basically angry with God. Why are we here? We were better when we were back in Egypt with Pharaoh. At least we had food consistently. At least we had somewhere to lay our head. He kind of complained a little bit, right? When God took him out of there, God just what did he do? He collapsed all of Egypt. You guys saw that. Collapsed their whole society. Shut it down. Did y'all see that? History repeats itself sometimes. God shut Egypt down. He shut the whole operation down. Egypt collapsed. Plagues everywhere. Right? Famine. Plagues. Look at that green. Look at the green. The green stuff in the water, my people. Look at that. I like rock. Anybody don't know I like rock. Just shut it down. Right? Shut all of Egypt down. Shut them down. And he said, if you don't let go of those Hebrews, I'm going to throw some more plagues at you. How about that? Let them go. You got my people trapped up for all these years. They don't have time to live their life. And Pharaoh said, what? Nope. Not interested. Your God is a joke and I'm not letting them go. And God had to shut him down. You guys heard that. Now listen. Everybody listen. I'm making a point, right? I'm making a point. Okay, guys. I'm trying to climb up on this. Uh-oh, guys, look. Can't see it anymore. Something was in the water there. Yeah. Anyway, guys, like to see that plant right there. Pharaoh didn't listen. That represents our matrix. Look at this flower, my people. Isn't it beautiful? It's beautiful. Dark in the middle. Now, Pharaoh definitely represents our matrix. Okay? You don't want to let the people go. You keep jacking up prices. You keep jacking up rent. You keep jacking up everything, making their lives miserable. They can't pay the bills, can't pay the rent, can't survive, can't take care of their families. You shut all the jobs down, right? All these little things that they do to control you. Sometimes they'll do things to control you too, right? Remember the mandate? That's all I'll say about this, okay? That's all I'll say on this channel. Remember the mandate, right? All these things to control you, even though those were made off of the what? Backs of what? Unborn babies. Shh, did you guys hear that? Right? The universe said, not honoring that. Did you guys get that? Not honoring that. So let's go back to my point. The matrix is being shut down, and it's the equivalent of what you guys saw in Egypt. When God shut Pharaoh down in Egypt and shut all the whole operation down, he was telling you, you're messing with my people. Now, what you think is going on with us right now? This matrix is being slowly but surely being shut down. Love all these white feathers all in my path. I love it. So, that's so that you can be released from it. Now, remember the children of Israel were pissed. They were angry because they felt like there wasn't enough provision where God was taking them into the wilderness. So, don't be surprised, if you lose your job and you have to leave your home. Don't be surprised if changes come. Don't be surprised, if, big changes come in your life. I won't go back there. I'll go this way. And you don't like it. You're not comfortable with it. God, what is this? God says, I gotta get you out this. I gotta get you out of this matrix. I didn't build this. This is man-made. This is not what I wanted for you at all. You're not doing anything I want you to do. You get up, you go to work, you go to sleep. Get up, go to work, and go to sleep. You have no creativity. You have no spark. You have no life in you. You're a robot. God, that's not what I wanted. I got to shut this down. I got to shut it down. Okay? Everybody, we're going to get to the point where we all start over. And excuse me, guys, a little cold. When you start over, it doesn't feel good sometimes. We don't like change. It's uncomfortable. It's inconvenient, or at least it's inconvenient to us. But God says, listen, I'm doing this for you. Okay? I don't want you to stay in this. I'm doing this for you. Have you guys noticed lately how a lot of people have been leaving the workforce? They said a lot of women have been leaving the workforce. I don't know if you guys know, but a lot of black women, aka African American women, they said like either 50 or 55% have left corporate America. Like literally, when the great reset happened, or it was supposed to start happening a couple years ago during the pandemic, they left. They said, I'm not going back to work. This is the time for me to really full-fledged focus on my business. And when everybody was getting unemployment and they were getting enough money to actually survive for a little while, they said, you know what? I can do this for about a year. This is going to give me a chance to full-fledged work on my business. And I can just live frugally and live off of that. And I'm going to be happy. It was a chance for you to reset your life. The matrix turned on itself. Collapsed. Turned on itself. Okay? Turned on itself. Right? Evil isn't faithful to evil. Evil will turn on evil. Y'all know that? So, yeah. The matrix is collapsing. Right? Everything's kind of falling apart. And it is going to be a little difficult, maybe, in certain ways. It may be challenging, may be stressful. Hang on. Hang on. Be patient. Hang on. Be patient. It's going to be okay. Okay? Hang on and be patient. It's going to be okay. The matrix is got to go. And the universe, aka God, aka the one, aka source, right? The great I am, great spirit, however you want to identify him, he's going to reset you. He's got to reset everything. We need some freedom. Okay? We need freedom. We need peace. Prosperity of our own. Not something someone hands to you because you have to sit there and work all day long. And it's barely enough to scrape by. No. The universe wants you to know real prosperity, freedom, opportunity. Okay? Ace of Pentacles, something that God blesses you with, right? And you don't have to pay it back. You don't have to, you know what I mean? Ace of Pentacles is a blessing from God. I'm telling you, stability. So be prepared for change. I think it is coming. I feel it myself. It's uncomfortable. It's stressful. You know, if you feel anxiety, try to deal with it. Get your help, whatever you got to do. I like to sip ashwagandha tea or ashwagandha tea and go relax. It's going to be okay. It's just the universe resetting your life, getting you out of the matrix. Okay? Getting you out of this atmosphere that we've been in for too long. Because if you don't get out of it, your children won't get out of it. Are you guys getting that? The children of Israel, let's go back to that. When they finally, after 40 years of grumbling and fussing, when they finally got out of the matrix, when they went into the promised land, only certain ones went to the promised land. The ones, I think that some died, I guess, or something, because it was a long process. I think their children went in, or certain ones that were disobedient, or, you know. Some of you may know the story. If not, it's in Genesis. Some of you may know. But anyway, certain ones went in. I think a new generation went in. So it's better than, I would rather my next generation, my children, walk in freedom, prosperity, right? Walk in the land of milk and honey, walk in the promised land, walk in prosperity. I would rather them walk in it. If I never walk in it, I would rather at least do what I must so that they may walk in it. Are you guys getting that? I would rather that, okay? So, it's okay. It's okay. It's okay, my people. Hang on. Get prepared. The matrix is changing. It's switching. It's trying to change. It's trying to switch. It's trying to hang on to itself. It's trying to maintain. The matrix is changing, switching. It's trying to maintain. It's trying to keep itself going. You know what I mean? It's trying. Let's jack up the price of everything. You know? That is, listen, when you see the price of everything go up, inflation skyrocket like it has, that is the matrix trying desperately to hold on to itself. We're going to take it out on you. Jack up the price, jack up the money, jack up the rate. Okay? Jack it up. Okay? Because the matrix wants to hold on to itself. It wants to stay here and continue to run things, and continue to run you, and continue to run you down, and continue to use your energy so that it can continue to prosper. Well, it can't hang on. It's being shut down by Almighty God, by the universe itself. So be prepared. Start stocking up, saving your things, pay off your debts. I have been on a journey to give myself 1 year to pay off all my debts. And a bunch of them I've already literally paid them off. Paid them down, pay them off, pay them down. Okay? Shut the door on them. Close some of my cards. Credit cards, only kept a few. Okay? Shut it down. Start preparing for the shutdowns and start preparing for more closures. Start preparing to learn to take care of yourself and live off of your own land and live off of your own, resources. Start preparing for that. Okay? Start preparing for that, okay? Change is coming. Change is good. It's going to free us. We deserve to be freed from the clutches of this matrix. Okay? So, That's the message. Don't forget to relax, my viewers. Super T, Sage Advice, signing out. And thank you for taking a walk with me today. Take care. Bye.